Hey everybody, welcome to the WordPress live show. This is the demonstration of WP Business Reviews, our new WordPress plugin to show your business reviews on your WordPress site. My name is Taylor and I am the content writer for WordPress. You might have seen some of my writing on the Give blog and the WP Business Reviews blog. So today I'm going to show you a little bit about WP Business Reviews, and what it is a review plugin to display your reviews on your website. So, sorry, I'm having some technical problems over here. I'm going to start by showing you a website that already has WP Business Reviews installed, and they have created a review wall. This is just a potential thing that you can do with WP Business Reviews. If you have any questions, please do put them in the comments and I will answer them at the end. Another thing that you can do with WP Business Reviews is to display just a few snippets of reviews on your site. Like this plumber has located in San Diego. They just have a few key testimonials from their customers. Another alternative is this Carousel on this website. They've mashed up reviews from Yelp and Google and have them placed on certain pages on their site. One last thing you can do is review a place yourself and include other reviews that people have left. So I used it on my travel site to review hiking trails around San Diego. So in order to get WP Business Reviews, you actually have to begin with a WordPress website and download the plugin. Once you've got the plugin installed and your website up and running, then you will land on the WP Business Reviews settings page. The first thing you want to do is make sure your license key is active and that your platforms are connected. So you can see here that we have all of our platforms connected. If you ever need help setting up anything in WP Business Reviews, there is a help tab. So this will run you through a few different videos to get the process of setup done quickly. When you start with WP Business Reviews, what you want to do is start with your collections. So once your settings are all set up and you have your APIs in, you're going to come to your collections page and you'll see the ability to add a Google collection, add a Facebook collection, a Yelp collection, or a tagged collection. We recommend starting with Google collections, Facebook collections, and Yelp collections because it'll automatically pull in reviews from these sites. So to start, you'll go to Google and search the name of your business. I'm going to choose a local restaurant nearby in order to just pull in some reviews real quick. And your business should be really easily searchable through here. This is the Google search engine. So it'll pull up your business and a few others that might match the names, or it will not. We'll come up with a coffee shop. Okay, I seem to be having some problems, so I'm going to reload the page. All right, let's try this again. This is a local coffee shop here in San Diego, and we're just going to pull in their reviews from Google. There we go. So as you can see, the reviews populated and it came up with quite a few reviews from Google, and none of them are below 4 stars, so we're not going to bother filtering them, and we're just going to save the collection. And we're actually going to go back and create a Facebook collection and a Yelp collection before we move on. Google and Yelp create collections in very similar ways, but Facebook will pull up all of the Facebook pages that you are a part of, and you can pull in your collections that way. In this case, I'm going to pull in these OGs collection right here. So as you can see, there are a lot more Facebook reviews than there were Google reviews. This is just because of the API limitations with Google and Yelp. They only allow you a certain amount of reviews to be pulled in, but with Facebook, it expanded the number quite a bit. So you can see there are some here that have no stars. This is a recommendation from Facebook right here. Those don't have stars, so that will be filtered out once I set my filter settings. And any reviews that are below 4 stars are going to be filtered out once I set this 4-star and above setting. And it'll highlight those reviews that are going to be taken out. So these 2 right here didn't make the cut. And once I hit save and refresh, this will update with a collection that is filtered out. And I saved this collection earlier, so I'm actually just going to go back to it and show you that. So here's that with all those reviews filtered so that there's none below 4 stars. Now you'll do the same thing with your Yelp reviews and you'll pull in all of those. So once you have a few review collections down here created with Yelp, Facebook, and Google, you'll go to your single reviews. And you have single reviews here to zoom out a little bit to show you the tags. You have single reviews that were brought in here through that collection feature. So these are all the reviews that I just loaded from Google about Spill the Beans. And so I'm going to bulk tag these. And now we're moving on to the tagged features. So in order to sort your reviews, you're going to want to add tags once you have them in your collections. I like to start with bulk tagging, so I know that all of these are from Spill the Beans. Add that tag. And now we have a coffee shop tag right here. I've already gone through and added reviews to all of the reviews that I pulled in from Google and Yelp for the pizza restaurant that we were looking at. And I'll start with this one here. So what you're going to want to also do after you've done any bulk tagging is go to each individual review if you feel like fine sorting your reviews. So in this case, with this restaurant, we want to highlight any reviews that have great service mentioned, the beer selection mentioned, the food, anything about the atmosphere, the military environment, because it is in San Diego on a military base, things like that. So these are the tags we chose for this. And you could add more. I think I have tourism in here. Yeah, so this one I didn't add earlier. I'd like to add it now. And now you can see that this is part of the tourist collection. Update that. So going back to your single reviews, you'll see that you have all of the tags in place. And once you have all your reviews sorted, now you can actually go back to your collections and create a tagged collection. And this is where a lot of the power of WP Business Reviews comes from. You can basically create an entire wall filled with all positive reviews by using just this all positive tag that I have in here. And it pulls in all of the reviews that I've chosen. And if you ever just want to tag all your reviews so they all come in a mashup and then just filter out the bad reviews, you can do that with the filter feature. And in this case, it wouldn't sort anything out because these are all 4 stars and above. Title your collection without a typo. and save it. Once you have your collection saved, you are able to copy the shortcode for it, and then you can put it on any page or post that you want. I did create a few pages to begin with, but just to show you the process, we're going to start a new page in the classic editor, just to not confuse anyone. We're going to name this Our Best Reviews and drop that shortcode in right there. And then if we hit preview, this is what the page would look like. So it mashed up all of your reviews from Yelp, Facebook, and Google. And if you ever want any reviews from an additional platform, you can also do that by adding them in the single reviews spot. We're going to leave this page because I already created one. So let's say a customer wrote you a really nice email saying how much they love your restaurant, or you have a guest book where people can leave comments and testimonials. So let's say Sarah from Ohio loves the pizza, and they left you a really nice message just in person. You would write that content here. So Sarah loved, well, Sarah wouldn't write Sarah loved. So Sarah writes, I loved the pizza. Your service was awesome. You can then pick a star rating if they choose to give you a star rating. Write their name here. Connect the URL if it is connected to another website, and set the image. In this case, you're going to pick custom platform. But as you can see, you can add single reviews from Facebook, Google, Yelp, and Yellow Pages. There are a variety of ways to add reviews. Once you've done all that, make sure you add your tags and then publish the single review. So then that would be included also in this mashup of reviews once you create that collection. So this right here is the same page that I just showed you, but I made it in the Gutenberg editor earlier. This is an example of what you would end up doing with the shortcode. And Gutenberg is super simple. So if you were to just click on this block right here, copy the short or paste the shortcode, it will actually just automatically convert to a shortcode block and show up perfectly. And it'll look just like this. So it's pretty cool. It works well with Gutenberg and with page editors and the classic editor. Another thing that you might want to do is sort your reviews by the subject that they're about. If your restaurant or your business, let's say you're a hairdresser. If your business is really great at highlights and really great at coloring hair, you might want to separate out the coloring reviews. If your business has gotten a lot of reviews about your stylist giving people a new style and having great service, you might want to separate out the service reviews. And you can do that with tags. So here I've created collections about each different thing. And I'm going to do one tagged collection and show you that feature, and then I'm going to head into questions because I know there are a lot. So if you were to want to create those different collections to display separately on your page and section those out, you name it whichever one you would like. Let's create a tourism one here. Pull in those tourism reviews and then hit save. And then we can copy the shortcode here. And I've also created a page that is already sectioned out in the same format as the previous page. But as you can see, I have different sections. So there's atmosphere, food, service, drinks, military, and now we're going to add this tourism. one, change this to a heading. Go to a new block, paste the shortcode in, update. All right, sorry about that. Okay, so now you can see all of these are in carousel format. So you have each different section separated out with all of the reviews from multiple sites. And when Google's reading this, they see the headlines and they see these keywords: the beer, the military appreciation, TV and sports, which disappeared, and tourism. So this actually does help for your SEO because it does bring about those keywords in your content, and it separates out the content of each review into the sections. So that's a pretty cool feature as well. All right, guys, that's about it for the demo. And I know there were a lot of questions. So let's start working our way through those now. I know I did just see a question about SEO. And there we go. So it does help with SEO. There is structured data in the reviews that are pulled in from Google, Yelp, and Facebook. And that helps with your SEO because of the structure of the data and the schema markup. But also, the keywords that you have in your reviews and the content that you have on your page of your site is going to be read by Google, and it's going to give you more authority in that particular category and topic. So like I said, if somebody is a hairdresser and they have a lot of reviews about highlights and service, they can separate those out and they can make sure that there's a page dedicated to their highlights and how well they do highlights or hair coloring. And that page might show up higher in rankings than another salon nearby that might just have their services listed on a page and don't have reviews that kind of reiterate that same point. A question about Gutenberg support. Right now, the shortcodes work great in Gutenberg. Our team is totally in the process of developing with Gutenberg, so we are definitely compatible with Gutenberg. This particular plugin doesn't have a block yet, but the shortcode works wonderfully. When will you be able to sort a tagged list by newest to oldest? That's a great question, and I think that that's something that we're going to be developing in the future. So I will definitely send that along to the developers. And is there a limit to the number of Facebook pages that show up there? I don't think that there is. I have quite a few pages myself that show up, and I know that a few of our coworkers do as well. I don't think that there is a limit, and if somebody does find a limit, please let me know. All right. Are there any other questions that I missed? I don't think so. Cool. Please do check out WP Business Reviews. It's a really robust plugin. Like I said, I used it on my travel blog just to review hiking trails nearby. So it's really diverse and versatile. It's great for multiple location businesses. If you have, for example, the restaurant that I showed you is a franchise and I was pulling in reviews from one location, but you can pull in reviews from multiple, sort them by location, and then display them on different pages. And I'm not seeing any more questions. So, oh, I do see one more question. Sorry about that. Is there an update? The Carousel does display tagged collections right now, so please do experiment with that. I've used it. I think I did see a few mashups on our customer sites with it. So the Carousel feature is available for the tagged collections. All right, you guys, thanks so much for joining. Please feel free to reach out if you have any questions about WP business reviews, and stay in touch.